Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, pimps! It is time for the Fleek Awards of 2022, where we rank the shittiest games to come out this year. And I can see that you're already going into a stroke-like state due to the sheer quantity of awful games that just rush to your head, and that is exactly why I will be keeping this year's list to just 5 of the absolute worst. I'm talking the trashiest games of this year. These games are the games that define the decline of this industry. The games that give you kidney stones upon playing them, and the games that make watching paint dry seem like a more fulfilling hobby. Which leads us to number 5, God of War Ragnarok. Fuck you, buddy. No, fuck you, buddy. I will find where you live and I will drink every last beverage in your house down to the last drop, then leave it back on the shelf so that you can go back later this evening all excited like, oh, I'm gonna go have a little bit of that drink, only to discover when you pick it up, oh, it's very light because there is next to nothing left in the bottle, bitch. God of War Ragnarok is not a God of War game, and it is barely meeting the qualifications to even be called a video game and not a movie. This shit was boring me to anger. This is the opening to Ragnarok.
I got it.
This is the opening to 3.
Zeus! Your son has returned.
This is climbing in Ragnarok. This is climbing in 3. This is combat in Ragnarok. This is combat in 3. Fuck you! This is cutscenes in Ragnarok.
You look weirder than I imagined.
Oh.
This is cutscenes in 3.
The death of Olympus means the death of us all.
Then prepare for your death, Poseidon.
Are you starting to get the picture here? And it's not just me saying, it's a story game, they have too many cutscenes, it's a movie. I mean, that's all true. However, I know that even the real God of War games set out to have more of a cinematic movie-like quality to them, especially in comparison to the other action games at the time. But fuck me, all I'm saying is, at least they tried to take advantage of this medium of storytelling and tried to make this story something that only a video game could tell, and I actually felt like I was taking on gods. But meanwhile, in Ragnarok, I'm fighting goddamn Sergeant William Fontaine. And can we talk about how all you motherfuckers were willing to tear apart BioShock Infinite for being one giant escort mission, but then when this game came out and does the same shit, you all flash a mighty thumbs up, because this time Kratos is the one with a second not dead family on the other side of town with Karen Page. Never mind, scratch that on Karen Page, and now I'm supposed to watch him, what, raise his kid for 40 hours? Shit, I'd go play Neopets if I wanted to do all that. What's that? They all already gave it a 10 out of 10? Well, you know, God, this game is, it's grrr. It's good. No, it's fan. You know, it's all, fuck it, they're not gonna give me any early codes anyways. PlayStation, you can take your little linear narrative, boring, high art, critic bait, marked as safe and sludge-filled generic piece of hand-holdy shit and shove it up your ass next to all the other ones, brother. If I'm looking for action and family, I'll just play the old God of War games and have the Fast and the Furious movies running in the background. And if you're pissed off at me right now, hang on, because I'm not done yet. You didn't think I saw those budget cuts? I did. Number 4, Stray. I don't like cats. Number 3, Darktide. Alright, you know I like to keep it real. I'm a real guy. I don't think Darktide is worse than Stray or Ragnarok. I just needed to get those fucking movie game fieldiacs typing early so that they can watch through the whole video on accident while they rage type about how Kratos actually came back with the milk, unlike their long-lost fathers. Darktide's 99% gameplay approach harkens back to what video games were originally designed to be back when Big Al created Pong. I mean, sure, is the progression completely fucked? Do you get a keychain for reaching max level? Are the penances broken and bullshit? Are there still missing weapons? Are we still getting dripped out maps that should have been there on launch? Are the only earnable cosmetics just different colored t-shirts? And did they save all the good drip for the cash shop? Are they taking the make all the classes equally shitty approach instead of the make them all equally powerful and fun approach? Are there $165,000 fucking helmets? Yes. Yes to all of that. However, did you guys see that new veteran skin? Oh my god, that is straight out of World War I. That's Martian! And speaking of dicks, number 2, Gotham Knights.
It's never the criminals of Gotham that scared me. It's you. The rich want more.
My brother in Christ, we go to the same country club. Check your privilege! I tell you, shrinkflation is having massive effects on the gaming industry right now, and Gotham Knights is living proof. How do you go from massive, huge, big old budgets to budget cuts? From this to that. From to... I refuse to elaborate. My final words on Gotham Knights is that I stand by what I said. Red Hood's a whiny little bitch in this game, and I'll play this back as a reminder and a warning. Here he's making pasta, and Dick's like, oh, remember that time when Bab... I died, Dick! Didn't you hear? Now before we get to number one, let's do the honorable mention, shall we? Honorable mention, Need for Speed Unbusted. Honorable mention, High on Drugs.
Anyone here a fan of Justin Roiland? Rick and Morty?
Honorable mention, The Last of Us Part 1 Remaster Remake. Honorable mention, definitely not Dead Space. Honorable mention, Overwatch 1.01. And honorable mention, Pokemon. Goddamn that dude. But the winner of this year's worst game of the year is... Of course it's Saints Row, you guys already knew that. But this game is so shit that I don't even feel like going into it again. Just watch the review, man. Here you go. Watch this. Click on that. Do it. What the fuck are you still doing here? I told you to go watch the video. Nah. You had your chance. You had your time. Now you're gonna find out what happens when you don't follow my instructions.